having and being a small room that much of a difference to have they had you have to change your whole round. And even so, like to not have like to change it so much that you stumbling through it, it's not a good look. Like
Of course, it's not a good look. Of course, it's
and
not a good look.
nobody else other than Saga was doing all that. So it's not technicalities. It's him not preparing well enough.
Bruh, but I just told you,
And,
Lux said the same thing. That's why his material wasn't hard as it could have been, because he changed his shit up too. But Lux is also not getting paid by URL and caffeine to do other shit. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
mean,
he
that's
just,
to me that
so
don't
he
have
just,
nothing. If you got a job and you got two jobs, then you need to do your two jobs. And there's no excuses to not do your two jobs.
he has
I
more
Like
than
think
two jobs, bro. They was paying from the beginning when him and Lux first got booked. They was paying Surf to host interviews and all that shit at the battle events. They was paying him for that little game show he did on he started on Instagram, like asking questions. They was paying him, yeah, paying him to get on Instagram, do all this other type wild shit, bro. He's paying to come to battles, you know what I'm saying? Stay out of trouble. Then Caffeine, he linked up with Caffeine. They started paying him to do his tournaments on Caffeine. He's making money on all these, you know what I'm saying, all this other shit. And then apart from that, he changing up everything, you know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. I'm not giving no excuses, but yeah.
you sound like him, not giving excuses, but giving excuses.
No,
yeah, no,
I'm
I
telling you
think
what it is.
I
Bro, if
think the
Lux even
biggest
said the
thing for
same
him,
thing, bro, was Lux material crazy?
I think
I'm asking you a
I,
question. Was Lux
no,
material
it
I
crazy?
don't
wasn't
think
crazy. It was nothing
I don't think
crazy,
either one
but
of their material was crazy.
Bro, Surf was talking, bro.
Surf second round was the best round
And it
of
was crazy.
like it was the best round out of all of the rounds of their matchup.
And it was crazy.
But like my thing was, I think Surf was like my thing was like, yo, Surf wasn't like like unless you had some real haymaker shit on the back end of those other two verses, like the first round and third round, like he wasn't gonna win them. Like whatever he was saying, they weren't enough, bro.
What?
They weren't enough.
If he did not stumble through his material, he got all, bruh. You smoking boat, bruh. You tripping.
That's like saying if they would have let, you know what I'm saying, Lux keep rapping. Yo, if they would let, man, if they'd have let Lux keep rapping, man, he'd have smoked them.
So if Surf would have got through his material clean and Lux would have kept rapping, it would have looked like Placida versus Surf without the bars in Lux's corner.
So you saying Lux don't have bars?
He wasn't really saying nothing. No. Everyone said he said it himself. He like, yeah, no, this is a light. You know what I'm saying? Surf was like, this is not the hardest I've seen. He was like, yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you know what I'm saying? Before Surf came on the interview, Lux was saying the same thing. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to adapt, you know what I'm saying? Everything changed up, this changed up. You know what I'm saying? It happens. It happens.
But listen, I'm not, no, listen, I would definitely, I've already said that I think this is probably the weakest I've seen Lux.
I wish Felix wouldn't have deleted his footage of that so we could watch that back together and go and run that footage back and go
Like,
over that.
I would definitely, he deleted it already?
He said the
yeah,
only one he
he
kept
didn't
was the
keep running.
walking in daylight. Because I was going to
Oh,
ask him, like,
okay.
yo, send me that
I wanted to see
joint
that
through.
over again too.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro, like, the angle, all the shit that served, like, I mean, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? The battle is what it is. But I'm listening. Trust me, she got mad at me. She come in the room playing. I'm like, yo, it's not the time right now. You know what I'm saying? This is the one I wanted to see. Like, all the other ones you could have played around. Not this one. Go somewhere. Forget you. I'm like, all right, bye. I'm still listening. I'm like this. I'm listening to Lux like this.
So,
Dry. I'm like, okay, there you go.
so,
All right, he picking up a
so
little bit. Back to dry.
I thought
Okay.
his round, I think it was his third. Like his second round was okay. Like I think that's what it was, and I think what it was for me is like I'm used to Lux like being in his bag, and it's like now it's like you haven't added any. Even if you in your bag, you haven't added anything to your bag. But you know what I don't. But I feel like I asked you yesterday. I'm like, yo, who you think won against in that Verb versus Lux battle.
I said
And
it in our interview with Ralphie. I said first round Lux, I think had the better material, but Verb kept up with him in the first. I gave it to Lux in the first. Second round, Verb picked up and Lux dropped down. Then the third round, Lux had nothing. He was just like in the surf battle. I said in the interview, I said, bro, I think Lux is gonna do the same thing. He's gonna have a better, not a better round, but have more in the first round than Surf. He's gonna take the first. Surf is gonna take the second, and if Surf comes with a third and they both go, Lux is not gonna have it. You know what I'm saying? Surf gonna take it. And that's exactly what happened in the battle, except for Surf didn't get through his shit.
So when I'm watching that Verb joint, it's like, I guess I don't have the same feel for, like, number one, I don't like people who I don't think funny try to be funny. I don't think Verb is a funny person. So like when he tries to start off with jokes, it's like, man, it's corny, bro. Like, beloved, nigga, that shit's whack. That's just played like how does Verb how did Verb get a pass for taking that angle? Like, bruh, Charlie already murdered that angle already, bruh. That's like if a nigga, you battle a nigga who had an incident and 3 niggas before you used that incident in the battle, and then you come along as the 4th nigga using the same incident.
I know that's battle rap, bro. That's battle rap, bro.
Everybody do that. I'm not gonna
But if
throw
he
that
dry
against
fuck
anybody.
though, like
Everybody
you
talks
heard
about Big T getting shot, and it's been over what? Over like 7 years of him getting shot, bro. Everybody
but y'all
still
don't think
talking
it is
about that.
dry anymore?
No,
Like,
it's corny.
If
It's
the bar hit,
corny.
no, bro. If the bar hit,
It's
it's not
corny.
corny, bro.
Nah,
But what if it
because
don't hit
most of it be dry if it don't twist it into a new way. You can twist anything into a new way.
I just watched Geechee again battle Big T, and he was hitting with the bars. It still was effective. I just watched 3 Big T battles. I don't like Big T no more. Big T's like he can't get through rounds at all right now neither. So like I had to struggle and watch all his battles again. Bro, no. If everyone was still hitting with the same bars, not the same bars, but still hitting them with the, you know what I'm saying, getting shot bars.
But the thing about it is, there's no bars in the beloved thing. It's just you saying it. Beloved.
Bro, all you got, bro. I mean, but that's what he says. That's his thing. That's just like Jersey. That's like Surf, Jersey. Everyone's going to have a Jersey bar. His last 3 opponents had a Jersey bar. How you gonna get out these rounds? He said Jersey. I bet you wish you could Jersey out of these rounds. It's what you say. So I'm gonna take your trademark. Everybody who battles shotgun should. What my life like?
And the nigga had on white pants.
You just sound like you don't like Verb now, bro. See what I'm saying?
I said I don't like Verb. I've always said I don't like Verb. I think he got a dope pen, but the nigga his personality is garbage, bruh. He's the least entertaining nigga from that clique. I would rather hit Hitman over him any day. But he the head honcho.
Rapping wise?
Don't know about that.
If Verb didn't do the whole Big Gerald shit, he'd have lost to Hitman in that battle.
That's debatable, but I mean,
hey, Big Gerald, that's how you talk to your son.
But it was what he was saying before that. It wasn't just the Big Gerald. It's what he was saying to him before the Big Gerald. So he could have said
that whole round. He was for
that, bro.
So you saying he could have said nothing and then said, "Hey, Big Gerald, yes sir." That's how you talking. Everybody went crazy.
Bro, look at the eruption when he said that shit. It was
because
next level.
What he was saying to him before that.
Yeah,
he was talking to him like
the whole round was crazy.
I'm not saying he didn't have bars. I said he got a dope pen. So I'm not saying he didn't have the bars. I'm saying when he hit that part, nigga, it was like next level gas after that. Oh,
it wasn't gas. It was because of what the bars he had before that, bro. The whole put together before that. The whole
fuck that nigga and his fucking dreadlocks.
Right.
Him, Calico's dreadlocks.
You sound mad now, bro. You sound mad now. DJ got to you earlier.
No. I always feel like that.
We'll keep that off this. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that nigga got a bald head. You know what I'm saying? I know where his heart at. He wish he had a head there.
We don't gotta take that to this, bro. You got it. It just sounded like you. It just sounded like you. It's recording already, bro. What you talking about?
Nigga, I recorded all.
We got to intro that.
Oh, I was just going like we was already recording. Okay,
We
set
are
this up.
recording, but we haven't launched the drink because we're gonna do the recap.
All right, let's
You
go,
definitely
baby.
gotta say that for outtake episode or something.
Of course,
Yeah, that was fun.
always.
Y'all niggas don't edit nothing anyway. I don't want to hear that shit.
You tripping?
Hey, you edited Ralphie, but not my shit. That's fucked up, bro. I got
Bro,
you.
no.
Fuck
This is what you gotta
you.
understand.
Fuck
Listen.
you.
Listen,
You ready or
go
not, bro?
watch
You
it.
ready? You
Go
ready,
watch
bro?
it, nigga.
Come on, bro. Let's go, bro.
Go watch it.
The interview?
Watch it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Remember when you trying to go? I need it.
because the audio is definitely
No, I'm talking about when I was
edited.
like, I need it. I'm sorry. My bad, y'all. We will edit that out.
I missed the part. The fuck? Nigga, I did it.
Yeah,
went,
you definitely missed the part because it was there.
But
yeah,
I went and cleaned it up also, though.
It was already up. You ain't have to do that, bro. It's whatever.
You sound stupid.
Why do I sound stupid?
Like, why would I not do it? If it's bro, there's plenty of times when you've had background noise and I clean it out. Or anybody, like, I clean that shit out. I can't go and clean up every and
Yeah, it's a 2-man operation, Joe.
And double talk. Like, but what happens sometimes is when I'm in the podcast, like if like for instance, if we talking and something happens where it's shaky and I remember, okay, I gotta specifically get that part. But what happens sometimes is when I had an hour and 50 minutes, I forgot, damn, I missed that one spot. And I knew exactly what you were talking about when you said it. So I immediately went and took it out.
Like I had a 5-minute interview, bro.
But I also apologize for not, you know what I'm saying, presenting you in the most positive light at that moment.
When?
Bitch.
I ain't get an apology.
No, I just apologized to you, you hoe ass nigga.
I just apologize. 20 minutes later.
God damn.
All right, yo, what up? It's your boy T. Let's get it.
Oh, now you can do it for me? I appreciate it.
Did we discuss this already? I had no lighting and shit, you know what I'm saying? It looked like really.
Are you using the ring? You using the ring?
Yeah.
I told you.
It literally looked like.
good.
I mean, I'm also in the living room now, but it literally looked like I had some screen paper over my camera when I was doing the video. I'm like, no, I don't like this quality, bro. I did, so, bro. As soon as I saw that video, you was like, I need all my followers. Picked up the phone, I put on the same, you know what I'm saying, hairstyle hat you had on, put my red hoodie on, and I'm like, what up? And the quality was terrible, so I didn't send it through. Try to play me, bitch.
I probably could have used it, but don't worry, I got you on camera saying it now, so I can use that part.
I'm still not in quality ready. I said I'll send you one, bitch. I just said that.
Well, nonetheless, I'm about to launch.
Can I launch it? No? Okay.
Go ahead.
I was just joking, baby.
All right, cool. What up? It's your boy T.
Hey, it's your man B.
And you on the ride up.
Yep. What up?
Yeah.
Some spice to it. What was that, Brian?
That was rock. Oh, no, I'm just joking. I'm it's 11:30 at night, so we
light-skinned nigga with a shooter, Joe Clark.
Man, NOME 10.
We calling this is episode 14. My bad. Let me run it back.
We calling it episode 14?
That's what I mean. I'm not this is pre-production in the post. So we
okay.
if this is episode 14, then it's episode 14. But if it's in the bonus, then whatever. But we're here for the NOME review, the recap, and we're gonna get into it. We did not. The two hosts did not. Oh no, my bad. T has seen it on the replay. I have not caught it yet. Not all of it. But I did want to provide some content about one of the biggest battle events of the year. And they doing NOME in July, so when they're gonna do Summer Madness is my question. But I guess that's a question for Smack. Maybe we can get him on at some point. He say, I mean, son.
It's for the culture.
Yeah. But yeah,
we got our guy with us. We got Tone Rock in the building.
What's good?
What's good, yo? So here we are.
Yeah.
We had some
Y'all wild,
predictions.
man.
We had some predictions.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's a little closer to the you know, the core of it all, but I'm not gonna pat myself on the back. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even remember my predictions, man. I'll be honest with you. But yeah.
You know what? I only cared about one of my predictions though.
Which one?
Daylight.
Nah, I mean, I like Tay Rock, so if Tay, and some people have said that Tay won.
That's.
Yeah, some people have said that Tay won.
Rock was doing his thing, but okay.
I mean, you have to go back and listen to the whole thing. You could take it round by round. Some people could say that Daylight was going, you know what I'm saying, too much into the whole Rock thing. You know what I'm saying? And Tay Rock was like venturing
If the
into.
bars are good, then who cares? It's a name
Sometimes
flip.
if you stay, bruh. Sometimes
It's
if
a
you stay on
name
the
flip.
same, bruh. Sometimes if you stay on the same theme and a round, it gets repetitive to some people. I'm not saying like it wasn't fire. I liked it. Some people get tired of. They want to hear something different. He was going for a long ass time on the same shit.
So
But
this is
bars,
It was a 4-minute round. He had a bunch of name flips. I don't see the.
this
And they
is
was
what I
next
thought was
level.
weird.
They was fire.
I thought was weird was like you could tell if somebody was a Tay Rock fan because they was caping for him, so they'd be like, "Oh, he kept on, he was name flipping Rock," but all 3 rounds, Tay Rock was flipping Daylight's name. All
Right.
3 rounds. Like
he told him in the face off he was. He
At
said,
least-
"I hope I don't hear
at
the same." He said, "I'm glad you ain't said nothing that I was gonna say to you, so I got some more name flips for you." And
at
then he
least
did.
Daylight ventured off and got into some personal shit at one point. It was weird.
Can I say this? I just watched I was just watching Tay Rock's battle against somebody. A lot of those bars that Daylight had was said.
As far as the whole him and K-Shine and
When he got I'm talking about when he got into the whole suck next, who you gonna suck next, the Transylvanian, all that. A lot of that stuff was, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, go ahead.
Oh, it already been done.
Yeah.
So you don't. So some people were like, "Oh, Daylight left Earth all 3 rounds." I'm like, I feel like people who are more King of the Dot fans were like super caping for Daylight. Like he didn't need you to cape for him. Like he had good enough rounds, and they had the best battle of the night. It's probably gonna be battle of the year, to be honest with you. Given the circumstances, unless something else comes up crazy before the end of the year. But I mean, I thought it was a really good battle, but I felt like, I mean, I know you like Rock, you like aggression a lot more than you like the bars. Is that fair?
That's not true at all. No, I like a combination. I like people who put it together like well. Bro, I like bars. I rap, so I like bars.
No, I didn't say you don't like bars. That's not what I said. But
He said I like aggression more than bars.
Is that not so? That's not accurate.
And I just said no. I like people who put it together well.
Okay. So I feel like
Loaded Lux has bars. I can listen to Loaded Lux rap, keep rapping and rapping. But if you put Loaded Lux with someone else who has bars, who also does a step more than him, I'm like, that shit fire. I like that. Especially if they on the same level, like spitting the same fire.
You mean like my guy?
Who's your guy?
My guy Bill. He got the road.
Yeah, that's what I meant, bro. Yeah. That's what I meant. Your guy, Bill. Yeah, that's what I meant. See. Yep. Hell yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking about. If Lux and Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit it right on the nose, bro.
Yeah, he on the Mount Rushmore battle rap right now. Bill Collector.
You disrespectful, bro. Disrespectful.
He's nice,
like,
dog. He's number 1 right now, Slim.
It's like, yo, just because you're not on Mount Rushmore don't mean you don't deserve to be recognized.
He's not even climbing up that mountain, bro. He don't even have a, you know what I'm saying? he don't got his gear ready to
He
get
got
this.
one body. He got one notable body. That's it. That's cool. That's still my man. I you know what? I feel like people be like giving Bill Collector more props now, but I feel like the hate that Bill caught, like when he was really like going against like names, like the hate he caught sort of like forced him to change the way he was battling, so he don't have that same animation anymore, man. I feel like they fuck with his spirit a little bit, man. I need that old Bill. I need that old Bill that's going down.
That helped his comeback. What are you talking about? He came back that way.
I need that Bill that's going to dance on you, bro.
Go watch his old battles, bro.
I do watch his old battles. I just watched him, you know what I'm saying, go against John. I had to go watch it. Nah, seriously, I had to go watch it because I feel like I had to go, like, I felt like a lot of those, the top tiers, like if Bill went against a top tier, it's like they were so arrogant, like, oh, it's an easy win. I feel like their bars were lighter than what they normally do. To be honest, I'm not saying that Bill really beat these guys, but I felt like their performances was subpar. So I watched those battles because I wanted to watch Bill, you know what I'm saying, do his thing, and rather than watch them throw, you know what I'm saying, light bars for 3 rounds. That's what you get what I'm saying?
I get it.
But he smoked Tech 9 though.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He definitely punished Tech 9. That's facts. No funny.
All right, so the one battle I was talking about, I want to talk about this one first. Was the Mike P versus Saga battle. Now y'all picked Saga to win that battle.
No, I said I don't have a winner.
Feet to the Fire, I think you picked Saga.
Never.
We'll check the tape and I'll edit it in. I'll edit it in.
Do that.
I'm gonna check the tape and I'm gonna edit it in.
Do that. If you check the tape and then I'm right, edit an apology to me.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I don't do it. No need. There's no need for an apology. What will happen is if you were right, there will be an acknowledgement. That's what you'll get. If an acknowledgement doesn't satisfy your need for an apology, then so what, motherfucker? Nah, but so this is why I want to talk about the Mike P versus Saga one first. Is because I don't think that Mike P was like, he was clearly, you know what I'm saying, nasty with it, but I don't think he was his A1. But he won by default because Saga struggled through his rounds. And he got crucified for it. So
let me get my laptop. I got these bars written down on my laptop. Let me go get these. Hold on, I'll be back.
Okay.
What I guess that it depends on your definition of choking. And do you take away points in your scorecard?
It was
I
bad.
haven't watched it. Okay.
Saga's choke. It's like he struggled to get through all 3 of his rounds. His third, for a second, like, okay, he had finally got it, but nope, he couldn't get out of his own way, man. It was like there are fans who were like crucifying him on Twitter and on the app and all that. And my thing is like, after the battle, Twerk came out and was like,
in the jungle, the lion.
Twerk was I'll wait till 2015.
Tonight. I'm back. You hear me?
What?
Right. So Twerk came out and was like, yo, he pointed out like, yo, Saga has given y'all like consistent battles, like classics over the last year or so. And he had one bad night and y'all ready to throw him away and like throw dirt on his name. It's like, yo, that's true. Because
wait a minute. You said Twerk was capping for Saga choking?
Yes. But he was telling the truth though. He was like,
that's true.
Saga he's been consistently giving people great battles over the last year or so. And he have a one bad night. Granted, it's a big night, but it's a one bad night. and people like throwing away like you know what I'm saying Alabama trash.
No, I wouldn't say throwing
Meanwhile,
away.
no, I mean if a lot of he was catching a lot of hate. Like
Because
he ain't.
even in the face-off, he was like, "Bro, this is gonna be the best saga you're gonna see. Like, I'm gonna prove to y'all that I'm supposed to be here.
He's supposed to say that.
I know Mike gonna be good, but it's not gonna be enough, bro. I'm Sensei Saga. I am here. God is on my side." And then God took his voice 2 rounds in a row.
But he's supposed to say that. Those are things that you expect yourself to perform, right? You expect to. But my whole thing is like, oh, even if you're disappointed in not getting what you wanted, it's like, yo, so you really believe he's not gonna come out in his next battle and potentially smoke whoever he's going up against?
No, I'm not saying that. This is what I'm saying, dude. Okay, so we know he's good, but he's dropped the ball on the main stage. Keep him in the smaller rooms. Easy.
But okay, so, all right, so and then that's the other side. There's clearly somebody else. There's several other top tier battle rappers who get the benefit of doubt every time. Surf gets the benefit of doubt like y'all Surf fans will cape for Surf. Then I mean it was this. I'm not making Surf was like, oh, I'm not making excuses, but like, yo, listen, I understand why Surf has a certain cushion. It's because his fan base is big enough to say, okay, listen, the fan base that he's bringing in to watch these battles, it's like Saga he can't match that. Not right now.
It's not just the fan base, it's his promotion, it's everything, bro. Everybody,
it's the package, the whole package.
Right now, even though Surf lost right now, if you go on YouTube and look it up, I guarantee you'll find a good probably 15 mid-tier, top-tier battlers who still calling his name. Bro, see what I'm saying? That's why Surf running from me, because he know why I kill him.
Yeah. John the Don,
absolutely.
You know what I mean, said something about it.
Cortez
said something about it. Yeah, I saw that too.
Who just choked his last battle. But come on, bro, make it make sense.
Well, but Cortez only had that energy because Surf was taking shots at him about choking in that battle.
Cortez has Surf always talk shit about Cortez. Cortez is on his mad powerful, you know what I'm saying, dick riding shit, bro. Oh yeah, Surf, bro. They be every time they get around each other, he like, man, no, you're not mad, bro. I want to kill you, but this and that. So, Surf, you top tier, like I just want to chat. Every time they, bro, come on, bro.
Clearly, there's clearly some baiting in there. There's clearly some baiting in there. Clearly,
they all do that WWE.
You can tell
John don't do that shit to Surf. John tell that nigga Surf like, bro, I will kill you, bro. You not
John
mad.
moved different. John and Cortez just moved differently anyway.
No, bro, Cortez is a weirdo, bro. He's a cornball. That's what I'm saying. But end of the day, that's what I'm saying though. But that's what I'm saying. Like his promotion, even when he do bad, he still has half the motherfucking roster taking shots at him and all that crazy shit. And he can still get hey, line that up. And then he come back his next battle and do work. Last round against Romnitty, choke. Came back, Geechee, fire. Reed Dollars, fire 2 rounds. Third round, he had like a round, but he jerseyed out. You know what I'm saying? He feel like, but you know what I'm saying, like 4 battles. If he said he's done anyway, but if he comes back,
whatever, man. He's been done like 3 times. I don't
believe
none of them
signed,
niggas
bro.
that say they done.
He said he about to get signed. He ain't say he's retiring. He said this is my last battle for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what.
Okay.
Having someone on his mind not being able to make music and shit.
All right, so Tony, how did you feel about, like, I know it's hard to judge Saga's performance outside of the choking. Like, how did you feel about like his scheme set up, the way he started off and all that other stuff with he came out with, like, prop wise? How'd you feel about it?
I guess was good for his angle
with the cop.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess the angle because Mike Police's name, but like Mike Police don't talk about, you know what I'm saying, like in his rounds. I don't ever hear him talk about like black people, this, that, all that type. It just didn't. I can see that angle against Pat Stay or somebody, but Mike P. And then Mike P. was just directly smacking you in the face. Like, hey, go get that nigga. You feel me? Like
That's why I asked you that, because obviously, like I'm more of a Mike P fan, so I would like your perspective on it, because I wanted to make sure it wasn't just me. It was like you trying to paint him out like he just fake down for the cause
what
or
you
something.
know about it, Mike? What?
I mean, it's like that. It's an easy lane. Like, yo, if you gonna rap like the whole Black Lives Matter lane versus a white dude, just do it. It felt weird. That cop thing.
That stay Sharon, like anybody who like tries to be a part of like the culture on that, you know what I'm saying, that side. Sharon pulling up, I'm a Grape Street Crip, this and that, guns, all that shit, you know what I'm saying?
Facts. Yeah.
Pat Stay, swag, saying he cool like the niggas and shit like that. I can see them. I don't see the Mike P, bro. Like it was a decent round, but I just didn't, you know what I'm saying?
Like I was like,
I wasn't
I was
moved. I'm like
yo,
this. Yeah, I'm like this. Okay. Oh, okay.
So it's like, on top of you choking, like maybe you choke because you went with this weak ass gimmick.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
no,
once he might have just felt the pressure of trying to, come up with an antic or
Right the
something like
third
that.
round.
because
To
Mike
put
P was
the.
on his ass. Whew.
I mean, but
Mike was on
that's
his ass, bro.
Screen full of foam couldn't get you props. He was spazzing on it, bro.
He was
Because
like,
you're a sensei, not a sensation. Like, all right, bro. He snapping on that nigga, bro. All I got notes for Saga. Saga choked again. Saga choked. He choked again.
so
Right. It
so
looks
the
so
Mike
sad
P.
when the police officer he hired or the fake actor pulled him off at the end. I'm like, oh, you ain't had to. You could have walked off already, bro. Like he lost. You could have just left. You ain't. Hey, job over.
It's like
Job over. Job over. You ain't got to put me in the fake cuffs and walk me off.
I
Job over,
gave it.
man.
I said abort.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You
yeah.
ain't I wink, nigga, wink, nigga, roll out.
So
Nah, man.
I should have prefaced it. So what happened was, for people who haven't seen the battle, when they started, he had a police officer come and like press him.
What's your
And he
name,
like
boy?
pushed Mike P to the side like he wasn't even there, aka the white dude who's not getting harassed by the cops type of thing. And then
What's
he
your
went to
name,
his,
boy?
you know what I'm saying? It was
Yeah,
interesting.
like I think Saga had like something for a big room. Like so we talking about making excuses and not making excuses for choking. Like if you base all your whole angle on something and then have to switch it up, that could be be a big issue. You know what I
I
mean?
don't think
Especially
he
if you don't
had
have
that
backup
for the
bars.
big run, bro. I don't think he had that for the big run. I think he just didn't.
He had
was,
it for the caffeine production. I think, you know what I mean, the caffeine production
yeah,
regardless is
but
going
they
to
already
look A1.
knew that they were going to be in a smaller room though. He didn't have it for a big room. He just had that for the people at home, so it can hit because it's happening right now. It went the wrong way, bro. He had a plan and it didn't go through. That's it.
I think if you have a plan, if you try to make a plan so like, you know what I mean, like theatric, it makes you not focus on your bars. I think that probably affected his preparation. In my opinion, that could happen.
Everybody was
But
like he was thinking about that third round more than his first two. Like he was so focused on remembering those bars.
Yep.
I can't believe I'm doing this, bro. I apologize, y'all. Yeah, man. It is what it is. All right,
yeah.
bro. I'm back.
All right, so we got, so that's like the one clear, all right, he won. So let's get into a debatable. Or do you want to, you know what, let's go with Fonz and Jada Nightwing.
Let's do it.
You had Fonz winning that one too, right?
I think I did. I think me and Ralphie both picked Fonz.
I don't think I picked one in that round because I wasn't too familiar with
Yeah.
with Jay.
I don't even know if we did this one because Brian he skipped through this and he was trying to skip through that one.
We did it. We did.
We
talk
talked about it, but
introduction.
I don't think we had a chance to like really pick our people. I think
Got you.
I think Ralphie said I think I got Fonz in there. I think, you know what I'm saying, Fonz is good. All right, well next battle is like I don't know if I don't really know if I picked. I think I said I think he might do too. But yeah, I think it was Fonz. I mean, real live, like I said, I gotta watch it back. I think I had Jay 2-1.
Yeah, that's what you said. That's what you texted me the other day. Like J21. I'm like, I'm seeing people
I
say,
think,
huh?
I said I think I gotta be sure. I gotta watch it again. That's what I'm saying. The first
Okay.
round slips my mind. The second and third, you know what I'm saying. Fonz had the second, Jay had the third to me. But the first, I think I like Jay more because he was like aggressively trying to, you know what I'm saying, pressing him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you a big nigga, I'm a big nigga too. But then I think his bars started to slip after that though.
Yeah, I thought Fonz, like, even though neither one of them were like, I'm not that familiar with either one of these rappers, like, especially outside of watching their last the tournament battles. But I felt like neither one was really impressing me.
They wasn't A1 as bad. It was like tournament material. Like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Let me put this together real quick. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully it's better than his.
So I'm like,
because the whole tournament, both of them was way wilder.
I thought Fonz was way
added?
more composed.
Because I've seen the card way before. You know what I mean? And
they had to do the tournament. Whoever the last two people in the tournament was going to be on the starter for the card.
When did the tournament end?
2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, so
2 weeks ago, I think.
That's not fair to put them on a stage like that.
Why?
They already did it. Why not? They did a tournament, bro. Like, you know, the tournament rules. You're gonna get 25,000 at the end of the tournament. You're gonna be on NOME card. Whoever the last two people gonna be on NOME card.
So you know all your potential opponents.
So you gotta do in a week and a half or 2 weeks, come up with as crazy as bars you've already spent on how many people already? Like in a month? Like that's.
But
I mean,
yeah, but you gotta keep in mind, brother.
You gotta keep in mind, Brian. The fact that you're both in that situation, though. It'd be one thing if you going against somebody who just been sitting at home, right.
I'm not talking about anybody. Okay, my bad. Yeah, I'm not talking about the competition between the two battlers. I'm talking about as URL as a marketing strategy to put two rookies on a stage where you just come off of 2 weeks out of a tournament and not to have their best material.
So it's giving you a look, first off.
Yeah,
bro, if I'm giving you a look like this, bro, I'm expecting you to, like, bro, their material in the tournament was crazy. I don't think you must have seen the tournament.
No, I'm not saying that they whack.
I know what you're saying.
Okay.
I get what you're saying. Their material in the tournament, they had 2 weeks in the tournament also. Every round was 2 weeks. Their material was fire in the. That's why they got there.
Okay.
So I'm expecting you, if I'm telling you, I'm giving you a look like NOME. Plus, whoever wins this last battle gets 25,000. Bruh, you just went crazy for 3 weeks in a row. I'm expecting you to write at least like one crazy round, and the other two could be subpar. All their rounds are like, they turn it up in this round. I bet. Nah, bro, they was way wilder in the earlier weeks. I'm expecting you to show your ass.
But we talk about we've had a conversation about. I'm sorry, we've had a conversation about Geechee Gotti being burnt out. Like, let's talk about. I mean, they battled 3 months, once every 3 months. We talking about guys being burnt out, only battling 3 months out of the, 3 times out of a year, 4 times out of a year. We're gonna talk about 2 guys coming off the tournament of their life.
Well, I think you misinterpreted it, Brian. It's not like when I'm, at least from my aspect of it, I'm not like bashing them. I'm just calling it what it is. I'm like, they're the first card. It's just like watching if you go to a boxing match, the first people in the ring may be dudes who just got a call up yesterday. I'm not saying, oh, damn, this fight sucked. Fuck these dudes. It's like you just calling it what it is. Like, yeah, it was the first battle of the night. That's you got exactly what you expect to get out of the first battle. And if you'd have had, if it had been crazy, it would have been like, yo, look what these dudes did off of, I'm saying, 2 weeks. They went out of this world. But they were like,
they had 3 weeks to write.
Vets.
Yeah.
Or how he called it? He called it, he's God's here.
God's here.
Fuck
Who's God's here?
He said some verb. But no, like I said, because Geechee, he do that too though, bro. Like, even like on his regular battle basis. Him, Twerk, like they do that shit. Like,
I saw I saw a video of Twerk recycling a bunch of bars. too. It's crazy how much he's recycled. So like we
Yeah,
talk about these guys trying to be original, trying to make their name for themselves. I'm talking from a URL. We're building talent. They need to develop talent. They need to develop more top tier guys. Get guys across the finish line like they got Tay Rock. You know, what I mean, like they've gotten Geechee, like they kind of gotten Twerk. I mean, they almost had another one with Av, but I guess what I mean, he's kind of like struggling. And the first look of a guy of a battler is important. Like my first look of JC was him crushing it, Rosenberg Raw. So you gotta remember, like it's just like the UFC or anybody else. You're gonna put somebody, you're gonna put your guys that you think are gonna move across the finish line in an advantageous position. And I don't think that's an advantageous position, in my personal opinion.
I mean, I sort of see what you're saying, but I disagree because they getting the look.
I
They
say
getting
it's
the
just
look.
like it's just what you said. It is like UFC. You can't wear your pin out. All these people you naming, Av, JC, they take battle after battle, bro. Like they take little names, they call out big names, all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you just save your shit like Geechee and Tay Rock, like Tay Rock climbed to names. You know what I'm saying? Old Red, then he did. You know what I'm saying? He got the Surf. Like all these big, he going for big names, smacking him like, yo, I need you to do this for me. All right, I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? I'll do a lighter battle. Ill Will, because he was on fire. Fuck Ill Will up. You know what I'm saying? DNA. He's taking names. Tay Rock will laugh at half these little niggas who be trying like, oh yeah, I want you, Rock. All right, bro. I ain't with that. Especially after he start fucking with Surf. It's like, bro, we laugh at that little nigga name. Don't even think about that. You can catch Av battling who the fuck that is right there. You know what I'm saying? Nigga sit next to you next week,
Some
giving
of
him
that
the
is
best,
politics.
All right, so
giving him the best bars you heard, and then he'll get
so
on the hot big stage with
since
a
you
name.
mentioned a verb, let's talk about that battle next. A verb versus Geechee. To me, that was the biggest debatable round of the card,
Of course.
and I think we were sort of split on who was going to win that
I
one.
think we all had Geechee. I think we all had Geechee.
Did we?
Yeah,
I think we was talking about. Yeah, we think we
I
talking
think
about.
Ralphie probably picked a verb because that's his favorite battle round.
No, he said Geechee.
Did he?
We all had Geechee, bro.
I'll plug it in on post. I'll plug it in who had who.
There you go, testing my memory again. All right.
Not your memories, just for production value. I'll plug it in for everybody else.
Bro. Nice save, bro. I feel you.
Stop being so sensitive, yo.
I'm never sensitive.
Yes, you is.
Never.
Oh, you got that Kanye effect. Nah, but so
Call me bipolar? What?
Jesus Christ. Listen. So what was your takeaway from the Geechee versus Averb card, Tony?
It was a dope back and forth. You know what I'm saying? It was dope. I liked it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I liked it. That's what I'm talking about. Like it was a different element. Even Verb, you know what I'm saying? He started throwing some street shit at Geechee, you know what I'm saying? He stepped a little bit, he put one toe back into the street element I like, you know what I'm saying? Geechee was just like bombing though, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like I said, rap wise, Verb was talking. That's why that battle right there, I have to watch back. I have to watch that one back so I can, you know what I'm saying, like dissect Verb's round, you know what I'm saying, a few times, like play back. All right, that shit, okay, I caught that now. But like I said,
my favorite part of the battle was the part where Geechee got his use a bitch segment of that one. That was like my favorite part.
Both of their use a bitch schemes was fire.
It felt
both
truthful. He's like, use a bitch. You the type to get mad when you come in the room and nobody acknowledge you.
Well, a nigga and nobody say you a bitch.
I was like,
he said that. I saw that clip. I was like, yo, that probably actually happened. He saw it.
It sounded like some recollection shit, right? And that's what I've been. That's what I said. Well, I like Geechee. I'm like, yo, when Geechee say shit, It felt like it happened. Like it don't feel like I cooked up a story on my pen. Like it like this shit happened, and like
Yeah.
and it's like you know what it is about Verb though. I think Verb is dope. I think I will never say Verb can't he's not one of the greatest with that pen. I don't buy into his big dog. You know what I'm saying, like he's self-proclaiming this big dog status that ain't really there.
He said he
You know,
been there,
like,
man.
I'm,
He lived on the Crip Street. He banged with the Crips. He don't ever throw it up, but he said he banged with the Crips. He
the
been
nigga had
there,
on
bro.
white pants, so I don't know.
Oh my.
I don't know. He had on white pants.
Yeah,
So
your thing about white pants is
You
funny
never
as
had
hell. I
white
don't know.
pants on, bro? You
negative.
never had white.
No,
You have it.
no white pants.
We
This is
kept
I
like the
the
will
third
never
time we
listen.
foul.
talking
I
about white
told
We
y'all
pants.
kept the
before.
foul. Loaded Lux voice. We kept the
I will
foul.
never wear white pants.
We're gonna post that in the video too, y'all. His white
Listen,
pants.
ask my father. He got married. He wore white pants. Everybody else we had to have black pants. I wasn't wearing no white pants. That was young me. I don't do V-necks. No V-necks. No white pants.
That's a V-neck.
This is a V-neck.
V-neck.
I think dudes that wear V-necks for no reason, like it's weird as fuck.
I don't
Why
have
you
this.
wearing a V-neck? Get a crew neck
I-
T-shirt, bro.
I don't have this bias for
Why
V-necks,
you wearing
but
a V-neck? Like the only reason listen, the only reason somebody should wear a V-neck is when they was rushing. They was at the store. They bought a pack of T-shirts. They needed some, and they bought them and got home, put it on, and then looked, and it was like, damn, fucking V-neck. Like for instance, you needed a pack of drawers. You saw some patterns. You thought it was dope. You went home. You opened the pack and found out you bought some drawers, some regular ass briefs, and not the boxer briefs. You like, damn. The only difference between that is I'm gonna keep those regular drawers for when I ain't got laundry. Nigga, I'm not wearing no V-neck T-shirts. Not a white one, not a gray one, not a black one, not no designer brand, nothing.
oh boy.
No
Right,
V-necks and no white pants.
Verso fashion tips.
But
No white
niggas
pants, yo.
niggas like
On the right up.
Speedos. That's weird.
You like them 1/4
Niggas like
1/4 pants
Speedos and the
legs.
European joints. What are we
You know what I
talking
mean?
about here, bro? Come
Bikini
on,
line
B.
joints,
Come
dog.
on, bro. Get a life, bro. All right, back to it, bro. Back to the battle, bro. Back to
All
it.
right. It's just like
Back to the battle, bro.
right. That's what I'm talking. Back to
Alright.
Verb. Back to Verb.
Uh-huh.
My problem with when I hear Verb rap, it's like he does it like it's like he like, bro, you lost to a lot of top tier rappers, bruh. But just because you got to get those battles, don't mean you elevated with them. You know what I'm saying? Like
No, but he also says that though. He says that he doesn't shy from that. He says it. I put blood in a couple of legends' mouths. They put blood in mine. You know what I'm saying? He said it in the face off all the time. Like I went in these battles. I might have lost some, but I still went there. I still laced up and went to the court, nigga. That's what he was telling Geechee. He was like, bro. He said that's the difference between me and y'all new niggas. He said me, I'll never go into a battle thinking I'm not gonna get, you know what I'm saying, get my lip bust. I know I'm gonna feel some hits, and I'm gonna throw them back.
But yeah, what I'm saying is, I understand you wearing it like a badge of honor. That's cool. But just because you got in the ring and got smoked, you don't get no points for that. How do you feel like you getting points because you got in the ring?
Has he ever been? Wait.
My man Clip smoked him.
Clips crushed him.
Yeah, let's go back and say smoke. Okay, Clips. Yeah, Clips 3-0 him.
Clips punished him. K-Shine killed him.
Yeah, he 3-0 him.
Yeah, these are the bets he talk about.
I don't care what nobody say.
They said Hitman.
I think DNA beat him.
That's like, yeah.
But Verb fans will say Verb won. I thought DNA broke his shit down. Like, nah, you ain't. No,
in the
Fuck a
building,
beagle.
DNA kill Verb. I gotta go back and I don't like DNA like that, so I haven't really watched that battle again. But I'm gonna watch it. I got the app, so I'm gonna watch it. But in the building, yeah, DNA killed him. To me,
So, but I will say, I will have to watch it again to definitively say who won.
yeah, people say Goods beat him. T-Rex, like these
T-Rex
the
definitely
legends.
beat him.
Yo, if you
T-Rex
lost to
definitely.
T-Rex, bruh.
Nah, that was
Nah, that was absolute rapping T-Rex. That's before he
yeah.
started fucking up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was before.
That,
It was before
that,
Clips put him in a body bag.
yeah, that was definitely before that. That was before K-Shine left the group and all that shit. Yeah, that was before
T-Rex
T-Rex fell
crushed
off.
T-Rex murdered Cortez on Fuse.
Total Slaughter.
Like, yeah, on Total Slaughter. Murdered that man. He has bars when he wants to. Like, T-Rex is not especially on that Summer Madness stage that night.
But no, T-Rex and Cortez was supposed to battle before that. So T-Rex had them bars that he
He
already
had
wrote.
already had them bars, but
Yeah,
Cortez didn't
Cortez used his bars against Rex, against whoever he battled next. So he didn't
Right.
have his bars no more.
Right.
Yeah, so
But
Rex
still,
and Dago
it
next.
was a murder scene. It don't
Yeah.
matter to me. It was
That's
a
what
death.
Rex said. He said, bro, he said when he came to the house, they said, pick somebody to battle. He said, I'm going to pick Cortez because I know he used his rounds and I still got my rounds. He said, he was like, bro, it was an easy kill, nigga.
A Verb killed Cortez too. Just
Everybody
he
killed
threw
Cortez. Everybody killed.
he threw
Overhead killed Cortez. Fire him up.
Yeah. Cortez was one of them mid-tier, top-tier, or those names that gets recycled. But
But he
he has bars from time to time.
sometimes he comes in.
It's Cortez top tier or mid tier?
I'm not saying he's top tier. I'm sorry, he's not top tier, but he has a name that
As a
rings
battle
off.
rapper, like he sits with the top tiers.
Yeah. Like he's with the OGs,
yeah,
like
he
Matt.
sits
I mean,
with the
because he
top
sits
tiers.
around with Matt Hoffa and T-Rex and all them. You know what I mean?
The top tiers know him, they respect him, but he's, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's the joke of the top tiers. He's one of those. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like you sitting with it in a group full of hood niggas. They like, bro, you ain't hood, nigga. You let that nigga steal your weed yesterday. He's that type of. You
from the hood, but you ain't hood.
Yeah, I mean,
All
apparently
right,
he is, but.
Next battle we have Daylight versus Tay Rock.
Tay Rock is absolutely battle of the year. Battle of the year.
Thus far, it was
yeah.
If any other person, I think maybe not. Maybe Mike P even, but I think Tay Rock would have bodied everybody else on the cards. The way he was rocking, but
I mean,
Daylight was. He was the person who we said he came as the person we said
we were talking about.
He needed to come.
Yeah.
Right.
If Daylight does this,
right.
Yeah.
Right. And he definitely showed and proved that he can do that. So
to be honest, this was like, I think part of why people are saying this was the battle of the year, because I felt like what people make Rock out to be, he isn't always that person, but he was who they proclaim him to be in previous battles. In this battle,
right,
he came with it all, like on top, like the entendres was like what? Okay, I like that. I like what you did there.
Rock stepped his bar game up, definitely.
He had to. He knew he was going against a nigga who bar.
But
yeah,
I mean, it's
a nice suit. It's a nice suit he had on too.
His eyes were weird. The eye thing was weird though. Like
contacts, it was fire.
It was weird.
It was fire.
It was weird though. I'm not mad. It was
Dracula,
like it was.
He's Dracula.
It was weird.
He's Dracula.
Dracula had regular eyes, bro.
He had red eyes, bro. He a vampire. Why would he not have red eyes? He's Dracula.
I think, man, I don't know, maybe because it was the lighting in the room didn't make it, you know what I'm saying, come off the way it should have. I don't know. It just was weird to me for. So I'm like,
came on fire.
I mean, if you liked it, I love it, bro. How about that? Nigga, if I saw Dracula today and his eyes look like that, I don't give a fuck if it's Dracula now. I'm like, yo, Dracula, nigga, your eyes look weird. I mean, what you want me to do? He got it. He got the scheme off. I get it. Okay, it was just a little weird. Not as
Bill
weird.
Collector did it. He was like, "Oh my God, you saw Bill Collector's eyes?"
Oh my God.
All right, man. Shut up.
Not as weird as Surf bringing out a box of fucking cereal, but whatever. We get to that one next. So
Get to it next.
wait. I guess the question I guess is, how long is too long to stay on a scheme or a name flip? Because I've heard twice now that Daylight first round that he had a bunch of name flips for Rock.
bro,
Was too much.
it wasn't. I didn't feel that way. I'm like, yo,
Nah, I'm just
for me, I'm like, if what you saying is nasty, it's nasty.
Right.
Like the nigga name is Tay Rock. We've seen plenty of people flip names for the entirety of a battle.
right.
The nigga
And sometimes
was
it gets boring, bro.
it didn't get boring for me because
It didn't.
okay.
I said, but sometimes it
Okay.
gets boring.
All right.
You just said
So
we've
this is
seen, and sometimes
this
it gets
okay.
worn out.
This is why I didn't have a problem with it. It's because I felt like for the same time that Daylight spent flipping Rock's name, Rock spent flipping Daylight's name. Like
Facts.
they were both flipping each other's names. So I felt like the people who said that were just caping for Tay Rock. Like, yo,
Yeah, nah, it just sounded like a convenient little.
Ralphie said it was gonna be a gentleman's 30.
Yeah.
Because hold up, I'm trying to be a sponger because second round Tay Rock came back with the light flip, and Tay Rock's second round was light. I mean, was real like his lightest round. The lightest round in that battle was Tay Rock's second because he came right back with the same light flips. His third round he got into a whole nother other bag. It's like, all right, who else? Chess and O Red. I was just watching that. Chess and O Red. Chess. He had a whole whole pattern he was doing it in his first. He was rapping mad long. You know how Chess rap mad long. Daylight rap mad long. Tay Rock was trying to keep up, rap mad long. So then he stopped his first, O Red rap. Then Chess comes right back, same pattern. Red like, bro, it's the same. You just put it to the second verse. He like, nah, nigga, it's different. He like, it's the same. He like, it's different. It's just sound the same. Niggas like, get into another bag, bro. Like sometimes I don't want to hear name flips for the whole entirety of the battle. Give me 5 name flips, then go into a good scheme, and then give me some street shit. Then you hit a name flip again, and that's what I'm saying. The mentality of what I'm saying. Niggas thinking.
One of the things that I thought was funny and made me laugh, it's like it's supposed to be like an empty room, and those are the only two who got crowd reactions.
Yeah.
And
Geechee
during
was
the
getting
battle.
crazy reaction, bro.
Huh?
Geechee was getting crazy reaction this whole
Did
round.
he? Yeah. Okay, and Geechee. But it's like it's supposed to be an empty room. Like, yo, like even though we know y'all like somewhere in the vicinity, mute yourselves, yo. What the fuck?
Bro, they do that from the first volume, bro. That's why the first volume, Mike P versus Suge, and Suge was getting mad reaction. Mike P was getting heated. He like, bro, so we rapping or we rap? Like, you know what I'm saying? It was supposed to be just y'all rapping and see who, you know what I'm saying, whose bars are better. That's why the volumes turn out how they are now. Like the volume is everybody in the corner, just around you reacting to it. Volume's supposed to be quiet, like a quiet room. Everybody just watching, listening to y'all rap. And it's just supposed to be y'all two rapping.
It don't work out like that. It's like taking black people to a graduation. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they figured it was gonna be, you know what I'm saying, crowd reaction, all that. But I mean, Mike P even got reaction. Mike P was getting reaction too.
It's like it was like that one was the man. I can't wait till the masses get to watch that one to experience it. I would like to see like the unanimous like the masses opinion on that battle, man. It's like damn. And the sad part is it's free and people still missed it. That's the sad part.
Some people had to work, bro.
No. I'm not saying I'm not like I'm saying taking shots at the people missing. I feel bad for them. Like, damn, that sucks because it was a must see. Like, especially during this pandemic to still like to get all this like the first big event, and just to you would hope that people get to see it. You know what I'm saying? I would have loved to be able to have more conversations with other people who like casual, because this is one of the events that a casual fan, you know what I'm saying, would tune into, not just
Right.
diehards.
I'm not gonna lie, I could have missed this even. I could have went to work that night. I ain't gonna lie.
That's because of actual, what happened at the event. Like that's,
That's what I'm saying.
you know,
Yeah, I could have missed it and then
a
caught
lot
up
of
later.
times when you cite something like NOME 10, this got cites, I think a lot because of the tournament, and also because we're just coming back from trying to get everything back from COVID or whatever,
Yeah.
and it had big names on it, and it had Lux on it, Surf. So that's a battle everybody, not everybody, but
I
when
Let me
people
ask you:
came,
if this
oh
was
my
on
bad,
a big stage, would you have felt it would have been better?
yeah, if there was a crowd, it would have been better. Yeah, absolutely.
You know what? I actually don't. I like it without the crowd. Like I feel like when you have the crowd, sometimes it's like the gas be too much. Like I felt like with A Verb, like I still look at the summer madness that A Verb had to deal with, where it's like he wasn't getting no crowd love, and you know what I'm saying. And when you watching it, it's like even though you can say you like super into what people saying and you can tone out the crowd, it plays a part when people react to things. It's like
That's
comedy
true.
reels. Like
Mhm.
if somebody puts a joke in a bit and then you have a crowd laugh after it, it makes maybe that it tells your brain maybe that was funny.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, that's what Daylight and Rock said about Surf. They said and it looked like to them it looked like he was waiting for some crowd reaction.
Because
But
I mean,
no, I feel like for some of the battles, it would have made a difference on the big
yeah,
stage.
not
Like the
everybody,
Mike
but some of
P, like the Mike P, I think his performance would have turned up a level on the big stage. Like I still think he would have won, but he would have turned up another level on the big stage, performance wise. Tay-Light,
Mhm.
I said Tay-Light. Tay-Rock and Daylight, I think they was perfect where they was at because
yeah.
Tay-Rock even said I can rap, you know what I'm saying, straight through. You can get the material, I don't gotta keep stopping all that.
Mhm.
Surf and Lux, that definitely should have been on the big stage.
Mhm.
And I don't know about Fonz and them. They probably would have. Yeah, they probably was good where they at too.
That's one
I'm
thing
a,
I thought. Go,
But no,
go.
yeah, you was talking about Summer Madness. That's old school. You know what I'm saying? That's when they was based in New York. When
Yeah,
Bird
yeah.
wasn't getting love. They travel now, so you know what I'm saying. They would have.
It's
Bird, yeah, he would have found love somewhere.
and they was guinea pigs like that. That's not that was like one of the biggest, like Summer Madness 2 and Summer Madness 1. They were just starting to try to figure out how to do big stages, big
Yo, Hibbs
3,000
Mike,
and
handheld
people
mics
events
and
and all
shit.
that stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
like they've gotten into a rhythm, I think, and they're still at the beginning stages. In my opinion, they just now getting A1 production. So yeah,
that's see that. Okay, I'm
it's
glad you mentioned that because that's another thing that was definitely different. What Caffeine is doing, what they have the 360 cameras,
yeah, that
so
was
it's like
fire.
they
That part.
spinning around. I think
yeah.
the perfect setting would to be doing what Caffeine does and adding in what you would normally get. Like if they have both of those aspects, man, that setting would be super dope. I don't. It's definitely
Yeah.
different though. Watching one of these watching the Caffeine battle with NOME 10, where it's like you don't have those different camera angles. You know what I'm saying, coming in and out, boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
But I like that 360 spinning angle. It
I
was
like it
dope.
too. I just
Yeah.
didn't see it. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see it being utilized well there because it's no one there. You know what I'm saying? Like you see
Yeah.
camera lens in the back and shit, like people sitting on chairs
Mm-hmm.
and shit. That wasn't a good utilization of it. But nah, yeah, that shit dope.
Do you
Everybody else was
do you
mad that Avocado didn't get the film.
do you think part of it is because like Avocado is like battle rap is what he does. Like this is like his forte. So he's so used to it. He sort of they know how to get what the audience is used to. Whereas
Mm-hmm.
Cafe, they may know how to
They
capture
should
a
they should have
site. but not necessarily the site that we're used to. So it's like
Smack
a
should have
learning curve.
probably Smack should have probably made an executive, or URL should have made an executive decision to have somebody that does their actual battles be the director of cinematography.
He
To,
tried.
you know what I mean? They tried and they couldn't get him.
They said he tried. They said no. Yeah.
I guess that's the you know what I mean, gift and the curse of getting a bag like they getting. So it is what it is. But yeah, they should probably listen to the actual people that, you know, put the battles together. You know what I mean? To utilize some of those, you know, advanced features that they're giving them. But you know.
Yeah, no, I think they should have saved that spin for like a joint that did have like a slight crowd in it. You know what I'm saying? Not this one. The joint was supposed, you know what I'm saying? It was like probably 15 people. Yeah, they didn't need that spin right there. I love it. That was dope. But you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, y'all should have saved that for a later event. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, oh shit, you see the crowd reacting to that nigga hit the bar right. There was nobody there. So the spin was just unnecessary to me. Dope visual, but yeah, I think they should definitely like plug in with Avocado, be like, yo, so how did you know what I'm saying? Like, what did you do for these joints? Boom, boom, boom. This how the room set up. Get some notes.
Right.
All right. So before we get into the Loaded Lux and Surf battle, got to point out that there was one battle that wasn't performed. John versus Ill Will didn't happen.
Yeah.
What was the reason for that? I haven't seen
John sick. He might have COVID.
Oh, wow.
So
I heard
John
him on live. He didn't sound like he was sick on live on IG.
He said he was sick for a few days. He's been trying to get over it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, he just, his body was like, you know what I'm saying? And emotions of it.
Got you.
Yeah, so John had to pull it because I was like, "Yo, did I miss it? I thought I missed it for." So I'm like, "Where's it at?" And I found out that they didn't happen because I ended up finding I ended up finding that the Ill Will he was out there and he was still promoting and still, you know what I'm saying, trying to help sell the event, even though he knew when he got there that they already knew that John wasn't going to be out there.
Yeah, they talked to John Ill Will the day before in the interview and shit. Yeah, they knew.
So hopefully they make that battle still happen.
They'll make that up.
Yeah, it will say that. He said they're just gonna wait for John to get better and then set it up, and he would it.
I mean, hopefully he holds those rounds too. So.
I think that would have been a fight. I think that definitely would have.
That's the one we said. I believe that. Well, did we say we think that was gonna be the battle tonight? I have to go back and check unless Rock remembers. You know him and his memory.
I think we said.
Which battle did we say?
We said that was gonna be the battle of the night, nigga. Yeah, we said that was gonna be the battle of the night.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I'm here. What are you talking about, nigga?
Battle rap correspondent and stenographer.
Oh shit. Yeah, I think that would have been. I think that would have been the best back and forth.
Jacktown in this bitch.
Entertaining wise, of it, you know what I'm saying? Like Tay Rock and it was bar for bar back, and like, oh shit, I didn't expect that. But I think John and Ill Will would have, that would have been that one.
Definitely would have had the entertainment value up there.
Yeah.
So, main event, Sue Surf, Loaded Lux.
Yeah, it was lackluster, and we're gonna get a bunch of the excuses on why it was in a couple seconds, but Lux was mid. Lux is better than 90% of battle rappers everywhere, but mid Lux. It was good Surf until he cuts it short. Too many jerseys for me.
I think they're both like we were just talking about with crowds. I think they both need crowd. I think Lux needed a crowd.
Yeah,
he needed somebody like. He need a little gas. Sometimes you need a little gas to give
That's
you.
Why he brings 50 niggas with him. Like he brings a whole like.
You need some gas. You know what I'm saying? And it's like to make sure that you need some gas to make sure that the bars that you had that was supposed to be heavy have some like reaction behind it. Like, ooh, you need some of that.
He can't talk to it. Yeah, all night he can't do all that. You know what I'm saying? Without the, but I
Because
mean,
that's
like I
part of
said,
his thing. That's out of all the battle rappers, Lux is like the king of the side talk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you say, "Let me get this work," that wasn't a bar.
Right.
That's just the
He was
thing
just
he
talking.
say.
you
You
know,
know
they
what
was
I'm
just
saying?
going crazy. He just walked up to Calico. You gonna get this work, and it stuck.
So
Yeah.
that's what you know. What it is about one thing about Lux that I don't like, and I think some people like take it as like a feather in his cap. And I think it's whack. It's like a lot of his rounds, he acts as if he has more to go. And to me, I'm like, yo, you one of the OGs in battle rap. How are you still struggling to get all you had to say out? Like, how are you still here at this point? Like, how are you
Overwrites, bro. He overwrites. He expects y'all to want to hear his shit more
right?
than
But what I'm saying is, when he does, like, that's a fuckboy tactic because like when you go back to the Verb one, it's like he's rapping and they cut they time, and then you put the pressure on the other rapper to be like, nah, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo,
Right.
if I'm saying fuck that, is you gonna try to make it out like I'm scared of the bars? It's like, no, nigga, we both rapping for the same amount of time. You overwrite, that's your problem.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
I
put your
agree.
best bars in. Don't put your best bars at the tail end. Nigga, say what you gonna say
it
early
came
on, so you get your
on
shit off.
before they even got on the stage and told y'all the time limits. The first round is 6:15, and the third and second is 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Oh man, each round."
That's
Every
crazy.
and he's
It,
been he's been
He
doing
does
that
that
for
all the
like his
time.
last
Yeah.
3 battles.
He does it all the time.
every battle he had, yeah, that's every battle he had.
Yeah.
But this what I'm saying. Okay, so what I'm saying is, if they did have a crowd, he would still be rapping over the time limit. You
Yeah,
have a
absolutely.
time limit. Bro, it's just the way he writes, bro. Like he tries to jam all of it in, bro, and he wants to get it all out. Everything he writes, he wants to get it all out.
Yeah. All right.
Take a
I'm out.
time out.
He jams it all in. Like, I guess. I guess he on some other shit right now. Really.
Pause, granddad. Pause. He trying to jam it all in.
I thought I was in the middle of talking about writing, I guess, but cool. It's whatever. That's whatever, brother.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm sorry. Y'all, you stupid,
Please
bro.
continue. I'm sorry. But back to Lux. He wants to get more bars into his rounds than time will allow, and I think it's a petty tactic. Like, bro, I mentioned this in pre-production, and it's one thing that I keep hearing lately is everybody's talking prepping, production. I mean, preparation, prep. Oh, prepping this, prep that. It's like that's like the new it's like the new hashtag in battle rap. It's like, yo, you've always been doing this. Like, why y'all talking about it now? Like it's some safeguard for when y'all fucking up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, we prep for this and we. So what,
They trying
motherfucker?
to
That's
bring
what
it
you're
to the
supposed to
light,
do.
bro. They trying to bring it to the light because there's been a lot of choking in the last few years. A lot of it. Not
I get it.
from
Here's the thing. Everything has preparation, so we already know that. What matters is like the product. We care about the fans care about the finished product. You know what I'm saying? It's your responsibility. You're getting paid to produce. So if you have unsatisfied customers, they don't want to hear about the preparation. They just want to see you come back and do it better. Simple
no,
as that.
that's why they're promoting preparation more because they're telling you to prepare better. Hey, if you like rehearse your rounds, they talk about surf. Don't be on live all the time. You should be rehearsing your rounds while you're on live. You know what I'm saying? While you're on live watching bitches shake their ass and asking questions. Shit like that. They're prompting to promote to prep more. prep better so you won't come into this battle and fuck up a classic because you don't remember your rounds because you stumbling all through your rounds.
Or if you overwrite and then you cause friction with the timekeeper and the person you battling, like they doing you wrong.
That's not what they. That's not the preparation they talking about. They talking about memorizing your shit.
But that's all in preparation, though. It's what I'm saying is it's all in preparation, and I feel like Lux is cheating the game by doing that. So
no, because if there's chess is an example of that. Chess writes like 5 minutes each round, but chess around 3 minutes he starts forgetting his material. So for him, he should stop writing more and focus on the 3 minutes. But for niggas like Lux and Murder Mook who can recite a fucking 20-minute verse, no stumbles.
Jesus Christ.
They're not talking about preparation for him. They're talking about for the people who fucking up in their battles, not about how much they writing. If you can remember, write it down.
No. I get what you're saying. I'm not saying
some battlers will let you get your whole 8 minutes off.
But what I'm saying is with Lux, we've already been here. You know what I'm saying? Like I expect like at some point the expectation needs to be, bro, you finished at your time. You know what I'm saying? Like when was the last time you heard him finish at time?
His last battle. His last battle.
Against who?
Verb.
No. Even with Verb, there was a round where Verb had to let him go.
Yeah, I'm not talking about every round. I'm not talking about every round, but yeah, most of his rounds he yeah.
Damn. He's like, man, I had one, and it's always I got one. I had one more bar.
And then we wrap up for 3 minutes.
20 more later.
Like, damn, I had one more. I had one more bar. Nigga, do you not know how to count bars? Because that was more than one bar.
Like I said, it's not just him, bro. It's Chess, Overhead, Loaded Lux, Briz Rothstein do it sometimes. It's a lot of them, bro. Trust me, it's a lot of them.
All right, so that's just my gripe with Lux.
I feel you.
So
everyone has a gripe with Surf too. Surf don't memorize this shit. Surf don't come prepared. That's everyone's gripe with Surf.
I mean, it was on display, well on display, in that battle, though, wasn't it?
Actual facts.
Absolutely.
But you feel as though if Surf would have got, like, based on what you was hearing, if he'd have got to finish those rounds, he'd have thirded them?
Possible 2-1. 2-1 possible 30, yes.
I gave him the second round though.
2-1 possible 30.
I felt like even though he did stumble in the second round and he sort of jerseyed it, like he got enough off where it's like,
I'm saying count the material, bro. Like Lux do it all the time, bro. A lot of people, every battle rapper does that. Surf has been doing it his whole career before his jersey choke. He's been doing it all the time. Like he'll be in the middle. You got jersey. That's how he always close up his shit. Jersey. And then they just start catching on when he started choking. Now they that's a jersey. Nah. You know what I'm saying? So like I said,
so you suggested that he didn't cut it short. That's just the way he ended his verse. His battle.
I said check the time. Like if it didn't play just once and we can go back. Like Jay Black did that against his Reed battle when he battled Reed, his third round. He was like, bro, he said, I know he jerseyed in the third, but if you check the time on it, it's a good round. You know what I'm saying? It's over 2-minute round. So you know what I'm saying? Like shit like that.
So okay, so if you're getting 5 minutes, that's your maximum.
Surf wasn't rapping no 5 minutes. Everybody knew that.
I'm saying, so if you're getting 5, like a clean verse from Surf, how much time are you expecting? 3.5, 4?
3 to 4, yeah.
Okay.
So 3.5. Still cut it early.
Yeah, so if you rap 240 or 230, and your round was still better than what he was saying, like more
230
not better. Not better. I'm not saying that I couldn't time it, bro. Like I didn't take no notes on that battle. I just put the phone down. I'm listening to the battle like this. I want to hear what Lux is saying. I want to hear what Surf is saying. I knew Surf was going to like pin wise. You know what I'm saying? Like also try to go crazy too. So I wanted to hear everything they were saying. I'm listening closely to both of them.
How do you feel about the cereal box gimmick?
It was for the line he used. Jay-Z said, In the hood, it's someone eating Cheerios or whatever, frosted, whatever the Apple Jacks, talking
Apple
about some. Yeah, it's a nigga in the hood eating Apple Jacks. Blah blah blah. I don't know the Jay-Z verse, but that's what he said. Jay-Z said, and he said, "You should have listened." It's a nigga saying, "I'm better than him." You should have listened. Some picked up the hoodie and then dropped both of them and got in his shit. Yes, I don't see nothing wrong with it. It's not like Lux. It's hot in here. Let me hold on, baby. Let me get it together. Hold up. Take
Whoa,
off
I
whatever.
wasn't. See, I wasn't actually be defensive. I just asked you your feel. I didn't
I
say
know.
anything. Oh, just
I know.
double check.
I'm looking at your face. I can see your face. I'm looking at you. We're not just on the phone. I'm looking right at you. You make faces.
Right. But I look. I didn't.
How
My
you feel
face
about the
never changed.
Applejack shit? I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just making a statement. You sound like you want a reaction, so I'm giving it to you, brother. Bill
Well,
collect.
this is a recap. Part of recap is reaction. But yeah, nonetheless. With all that being said, you gave it to Lux though, nonetheless, right?
Yeah.
2-1.
Yeah.
Or 3-0.
Y'all like that
2-1.
second? I didn't. Kind of
Who's second?
Surfs. If you're talking about he's 15 this and 15 that and all that stuff.
Oh my god! All right, bro. I would no. This what I'm saying. That's why this recap right here is not good because we can't. You know what I'm saying? We can't dissect any bars. We can't write shit down. We don't have time for nothing. We should wait till the shit drop because niggas, you can't listen back to the shit. Nigga said that you like that second, bro. That second was the craziest round in that battle.
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't. It didn't capture what his start didn't capture my attention. So maybe if I did listen to it back, it would I could grasp some of it better than it was. But
you said his start, which means his first round.
Yeah, no, that second round when he started his second round, I wasn't really paying no like. I was looking at it, but I wasn't really like.
It didn't grab
But
you.
why is he talking?
Hold your
Yeah,
attention.
he was grabbing us all this. So I'm from the hood type shit. I'm 15. I was doing this. All right, bro, we've heard that before. Like, so I'm sitting here like, all right, facing out.
Like some of this shit is repetitive, is what you're saying. And it's like
Yeah,
you don't know.
Yeah, I just I faded out. It's the same
You gotta
surf
tread lightly when you talk about surf. You know that's Rock's guy.
I'm
No,
just saying, like,
it's what everybody. It's like everything y'all been saying. Like everything is repetitive in battle rap, bro. Everything has been said at least once.
no,
You just
bro.
say it
I'm
in a
sorry.
different way.
Hold up.
Hold up, what?
Hold
Let's
up.
get to it. Let's get to it.
Did
Hold
you
up,
not?
what?
Whoa. Did you not say that? You also said that when I about Daylight and the Tay Rock flip about the whole him and K Shine shit.
Him and K Shine shit what?
About he like recycling shit that people already said. You said
Surf
that.
he just said it's getting repetitive. You've never heard Surf say that before. He's saying it just gets repetitive. I heard stuff like this before.
No, I've heard this stuff from Surf before. It's not that I've heard this stuff in a battle. Of course, all these things. What you know about this? What you know about that? I've heard that. Some of it's good, some of it's not. But I've heard that. Yeah, I'm from Jersey, and I was 10. I was doing this. All right, bro.
When have you heard it before? But where have you heard that before?
Man, he's done that before. He's done
where?
similar
That's
things.
what I'm asking you.
When I was 10,
similar
I was 12. I was
similar. That's what I'm saying.
and
Similar things.
And when
I
he
just
started,
said
when he started it, it sounded just like another round I've heard from Surf from over the last 8 years. He's been battling for 10 years.
Let me ask a question. So when Geechee Gotti says, "My man did this," is that not what he said in
some
every
of that's
battle?
whack too. Some of that I don't like. I don't like that. Like, I don't like that a lot. It's got to come off dope, and sometimes it don't. Sometimes it falls flat.
You ain't from the
I've
hood.
heard the setup before. I've heard. I know I'm not.
Fuck out of here. That's why I don't captivate you.
Bernie.
That's why I don't captivate you, nigga. Fuck out of here. The shit I was talking about with Daylight and Rock. The shit I was talking about with Daylight and Rock, I literally heard it in another battle I just watched. I literally just watched another battle, and I'm like this. Oh shit.
Davidsonville.
Daylight said that. Daylight said that, and Daylight said that. 3 bars back to back. I'm like, bro. Daylight said that. Oh shit. Daylight said that one too. Oh shit. Daylight said that one too. These have been used already.
I like Lux angle where it's like where he was like playing on the fact that like yo you sort of like glorifying, you know what I'm saying, your mom struggling and you putting her through struggles and shit like that. I like that angle a little bit. Like there's that other aspect to it. Where it's like, yeah, bro, maybe your mom didn't want to have to be dealing with a shitty ass adolescent son, motherfucker. Step your shit up. I like that angle. You know what I'm saying? It was different. Like a lot of people don't take that angle with him. And hit
Right.
and land, I'll say. You didn't like that angle, huh, no, Tony?
It was good. What you mean?
I saw your facial reaction, Mo. I'm watching you. I saw
No,
your
I'm trying to listen to y'all. Y'all making face. I'm like this.
Nah, you the one making faces, Mo. I saw you, Mo.
This is a
You
face.
looking, you waiting for me to say something negative about Surf, man. But
Wow.
at the end of the day, though, I'll say this. At the end of the day, I thought both contestants were not on their game. It would have, especially, I think it was more disappointing than Saga not you know what I'm saying, stumbling, because
No, it wasn't.
I expect more out of those rappers than I expect out of Saga. So
The battle rap community will not agree with you, brother, because the Saga has been consistent for a while now, and he choked 2 rounds in a row. Surf always chokes. Everyone was expecting Surf to choke. I told you 3 days before the battle, Surf is not finished his rounds yet. The battle rap community.
I'm not talking about just Surf. I'm talking about you would, even though you can anticipate Surf choking, even though you can anticipate Lux being stale, you still expected them to bring their best foot and put their best foot forward in that battle, and they didn't. Whereas, so that to me that was more disappointing than seeing Saga stumble, because we at least still got Mike P bringing A1, you know what I'm saying, rounds. We didn't get A1 rounds from either one of those 2 rappers.
So that's why I'm more disappointed in Saga, because now Mike P's rounds get negated because he doesn't have a good opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to be shown in a good light in a war.
The value is not going to be
in a
there.
war. Mm-hmm. Surf had a little bit of material, put it out there. Lux, like I said, preparation. He rapped, he got through his material. That's the difference. So people will still watch that when they can debate that one.
So even though I give you that, because now the replay value on that battle is not, it's null and void, because you can't watch the whole battle because there wasn't a whole battle. So
it might not come out.
So what you'll be relegated to clips from Mike P's being added into best ofs and, you know what I'm saying, different segments of compilations.
If it comes out, they might not put it out.
I'm pretty sure somebody got, you know what I'm saying, clips of Mike P's rounds where they can be adding them into shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know,
they got a clip of Ralphie in his second PG. Is that out? Do you see any clips of that?
Well, I didn't, but that also wasn't aired live for other people to see it, though.
They've had plenty of.
For instance, I saw Mike P and excuse me, and Saga battling. So if I were the type of person if that's what my YouTubing is, where I'm making clips, I would have had the record button on when they battle, so I would have access to it. Is what I'm saying.
And they get flagged by URL when you put it out.
Man, how many of those compilations get flagged and shut down? I see them like years and years after the fact.
Okay,
so I'm not even saying that's exactly what's gonna happen. I'm saying it could be. Is what I'm saying. All I'm saying. It could be. Whereas nothing out of what Lux and Surf said is really, like, people gonna watch it just because it's Lux and Surf, not because, oh, I heard they was cooking. It's like, oh, I want to go, damn, how bad could they really have been? I'm gonna go watch their names. You're gonna watch that battle because of their names, not because you heard somebody was cooking.
No, go back now. You gotta go back and watch it now to see what, you know what I'm saying, what nigga was talking about. How bad the Surf really choked. Was Lux really
Lux and Surf. Because if you take those names off and tell you that it was 2 other mid tiers or less, then you really may not care enough to go back and watch it after you've seen it one time. Now, clearly there are people who are like so diehard into battle rap that like you said, you watch every battle, you watch everybody. Not every, but not every,
I get the nerve.
not every battle rap fan like myself. I don't watch every battle rappers every battle. Like I've watched, like there's been plenty of times where I've watched a battle rap, a battle, and I found out about the other person because of who they're battling. Like, but instance, the reason why I pointed out Mike P and compilations because that's how I found out about Mike P. I didn't see any battles with Mike P in it. I saw the compilation when he, you know what I'm saying, it was like battles of the year, like battle bars of the year, and he was doing his whole Street Fighter scheme. And I was like, damn, that dude's fire. And then I didn't know, and I went and found out and started watching his work. Like I rock with him. Who's another one that I think that's, even though Ryder's from here, that's when I actually first started seeing Ryder, is because he was in compilations. So, you know, all I'm saying is they can probably pull
Mortal Kombat, right?
Yeah, they can pull stuff from these overall lackluster battles and pull the gems out.
Yeah.
I don't think that, I mean, be honest with you, like you said, we do got to go back because of their names. That's the respect that their names garner, that you will go back and listen to the Lux and Surf battle to see if there is some shit that, like, damn, I had to go back and watch that. That actually was some nice shit he said. I was like, it was flat.
Yeah,
It was flat.
I definitely want to go back and see it. I've watched, yeah.
His I don't like I say his third was just completely flat, but he had moments in that shit. Trust me, I'm like, okay, shit, all right, he just knocked you out, sir, real quick. Shit like that, but it's like I said, bro, it's just like excitement level. Like me, when I watch a battle, I want to like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my god, oh shit, like stuff like this.
Yeah, it didn't happen. That didn't happen, and that was disappointing. Plus, that was like one of the most hyped battles of the year. Like we've been talking about that since the February.
COVID fuck for that, bro. Like I said, bro, if it's on a big stage, I don't think the material is lackluster. I think they, you know what I'm saying, they use their original material or whatever. Like, like I said, I think when they did their press conference, I think both of them had 3 rounds already prepared. And the press conference was a minute ago.
Right. That was wild.
You know what I'm saying, like all the change ups and all that shit. I think, you know what I'm saying, that all came to accountability for, you know what I'm saying, but not saying that because, like I said, Surf was, you know what I'm saying, everywhere at events, you know what I'm saying, live, all that type shit. So.
Yeah. It is what it is. That's NOME 10.
To me, like I said, bro, his shit was, to me, still more, he just had more shit for me.
NOME 10.
You know what I
mean? So listen. So let's change gears before we get out of here tonight. Since we got all 3 of us are fans.
Yeah.
Y'all see the colors I got on.
Yeah.
What are y'all expecting to happen, name wise? We spoke about it, but then we come to find out that Philip McCauley, some realtor in Alexandria, Virginia, when he first heard the Redskins were going to change their name, my man got trademarks on like 12 different options that they were, you know what I'm saying, that they were doing. And then he said this is what was written, that he initially contacted the NFL about letting Dan Snyder choose one of those names for free, so that they can expedite the process. But the NFL didn't contact him, so he changed his mind. It's like, now they got to pony up. I thought that was a whole bunch of baloney. You're not about to give anything away to $1 billion corporation for free, especially nothing like a name. You're not doing that.
No.
Like
I don't know. My bad. Go ahead.
You're not going to be a realtor and have the wherewithal to trademark these names just to do it for free, because trademarking isn't free. So you telling me you spent all this money,
right,
to give the name away for free?
No.
And then so I guess the reason why you can take people to court for trademarks is if they're not using them. So if you just like in the case where you're called a squatter, so if he was just squatting on the names, then they can take him to court and contest for that name. So he's like, no, I plan on using the names. I was going to start I planned on starting a flag football league next year. I would have started it already, but I can't with the pandemic. I had to postpone it. But
smart.
But you was about to give them the name for free. That's what you want me to believe.
No, that's not happening.
So among the names, Red Tails is one of the names that he has. He has the Radskins. I guess he thought that was a possibility. He has Pigskins. He has Warhogs. He has Red Wolves, which has been coming towards the top.
That's the one that's been skyrocketing.
It's coming over to the top. But here's the thing that I need to find out about trademarking, and I think I'm correct. He's trademarked Washington Red Wolves, 3 words. So I'm wondering if the Redskins can use that name or even Red Tails. I think if you combine the Red Wolves as 1 word, or if you have the Red Tails and make it 2 words, is it now a different, you know what I'm saying, trademark? And are you responsible for trademarking both of them to protect yourself?
I think Red Wolves is still they still have to have a conversation with a university about Red Wolves, even if they put it together, because I think that's how that university has their nickname already. But as far as that dude goes, it's just funny. They're gonna bring a bag regardless. Whoever had the trademark, if it's their name, if it's the name that they want, they're gonna get it. You know what I mean? What they should do is wait. They should just Ted Leonsis said that them changing the jerseys took 18 months from going from the little teal whatever gold to the back to the red, white, and blue. That took 18 months for them to do. Like, that don't make no sense to try to change a whole name, whole logo, whole brand in 3 weeks. That's crazy. Like, that don't make no sense. So I would, if you don't want to go into the league year with Redskins, you just go, say you the Washington Football Club, like soccer teams do out in Europe, and just rock with that, or the DC Football Club. In my opinion, that's better, DCFC, and just rock out like that.
So
yeah, burgundy and gold with no logos.
The college team is Arkansas State, and they are Red Wolves, 2 words.
Okay, it's 2 words.
It's not 1 word, Red Wolves. They have just like he's copyrighted for Washington Red Wolves. It's Red and Wolves, not 1 word. Gotcha. So I'm thinking, and the thing about like the groundswell for Red Wolves is I think part of it is because everybody wasn't crazy about the Red Tails. Right. They like the story or the reason, but it's hard to get behind Red Tails. And I didn't like Red Tails either.
I understand why people don't like the name, because as I'm been thinking about it, I don't want nobody playing with that. Like, people gonna do too much, and I'm good. I don't want
to open the door for somebody to get goofy.
Yeah,
it'll be a whole different conversation.
Yeah. Y'all gonna do too much. You got it. Let's move off of it. And Red Wolves, I'm personally good with that. That I just didn't want Warriors, because I don't care about alliteration. I don't know why people want W and W's or D and D's. Like, I think that's stupid.
It's really not that many, though.
Comic book stuff. Yeah, it's not that many, but it's like,
not that many.
Yeah, it's dumb. That's what Abe Pollin wanted with the Wizards. That's why they're the Wizards, the Washington Wizards. It's so stupid. And
I think there's only 1 football team that has that. I think the Buffalo Bills are the only team.
Seattle Seahawks.
Okay, Seattle Seahawks. So 2.
Yeah.
How many more you got?
That would be the only off the top.
I think those are it, right? It's not that many, so it's not that common to where it's like, oh, it got to be this. I think, but I would
Tennessee
say,
Titans.
we say, okay, Tennessee
Tennessee
Titans.
Titans.
Okay. I mean, it has a ring to it. It makes it's easier to it's I can understand why people think that, but I think it's more so people more want to try to stick with the R.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
are you
Yeah,
so?
no,
What's more important to you, the colors or being the HTTR?
I think this works in combination.
Facts.
Like
They go together.
the fight song, the colors, and HTTR all work in combination. If you can save it, I would try my whole best to to keep it. But if not, I would just go with a whole new identity, like new colors, everything. You know what I mean?
I saw another one. Somebody, Red Hawks. He also has Red Hawks too, but I didn't like Red Hawks.
I'm not a big
Like
fan of Red House.
this, number one, we already have a Hawk in the league, and two, it's like Hawks. Like I think when I hear Hawks, I think Atlanta Hawks, and they suck.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to associate with them.
Hawks, Seahawks, Red Hawks, Hawks. Yeah. Okay.
Like
it's a lot of Hawks.
Like and I think we can go. I'm a fan of the Red Wolves.
Yeah,
I like
it.
Red Wolves. It has a historic area. It's just historic to the area. So I like Red Wolves. I've seen a couple mock-ups now of jerseys.
Yeah,
Some people are like really creative. They look really good.
It's not, and I've seen a couple, and they've been good, but yeah, stop putting stop putting Native Americans on these daggone helmets, bro. Why are y'all still doing this? Like that's the reason.
Are you still seeing Indian mock-ups?
Young, stop. Yeah, I saw one with the Red Wolves. I'm like, dog, what are y'all doing? I saw
where it looked like a mountain. I thought it was a mountain man just wearing like that was a mountain man. It wasn't.
I don't know
Indian.
what it was. I don't know what it was. I'm saying stop putting faces on the sides of helmets.
You don't have that one look good.
A brown dude with the side, just leave the brown dude off the helmet. Like just
You might have seen two different ones.
Yeah, I don't know which one you saw.
Like a vague profile. The one I looked at, it was like a vague profile of a man with like he was wearing a trophy wolf head.
No, I seen a brown dude. Like he looked like the dude, like the chief on the Redskins helmets now. I'm like, dog, what are y'all doing, man? Like I understand we got Washington. The Redskins have came after our, targeted because of the name was offensive and the logo. But just if you're gonna do it, just do it all.
I've said this before. I don't see the logo as.
I don't either. But I'm
derogatory. I think the
in
name
combination. It's
if
in combination.
the name was different,
yeah,
then the logo would be not a problem at all.
No,
especially when you said who modeled for it. The fact that they had a respected Native American model for that drawing,
right?
That
was like a compromise in the first place. That's what's funny about it. Like that was a compromise. They wanted the name changed in 1972. That was a compromise, and I don't understand like why. So that's where I'm lost. Where people were like, oh, they're just coming for the name. Why don't they come for the Chiefs or whatever? The dog. They've been coming from the Redskins. Like it's not a new thing. It's been 50 years in the making. It's ridiculous to actually feel like you're being persecuted because of an offensive name. I don't get their stance, and I'm really bothered by it.
So this is one of the things I had to point out to somebody where people sometimes struggle with context. It's like, oh, like number one, there's a group of people like you said who think this is now. No. The groundswell, like people like putting money behind it, like we need y'all to change that name.
We need to be on the right side of history. Right.
That's new because people, like you said, people want to be on the right side of history. But if you look at when the Redskins adopted that name, we were still a segregated country in 1937.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
Right.
saying? Like
Right.
black people couldn't drink from the same fountain. So if we heard the last thing we was thinking about was what y'all was calling a fucking football
Yeah,
team.
nobody cares.
I'm trying not to get killed because I got to
Right.
piss.
Yeah, nobody wants to get lynched. Nobody's trying to get moved off their reservation. Like nobody wants to care about a football team name. Come on, bro.
So yeah.
So
Your
this is also. Let me
go ahead.
let me just get this off. There are hundreds of tribes in North America. All of them do not have the same relationship with that term as others. Stop bringing up one nation and saying they don't care, because there's probably 50 of them that do. So stop with the 1, 2, 3, 4. You can get 100 people to say that they're not offended. Just like you can get somebody that's any weird term that white people make up for black people, like that we have heard. There's a new term called "didn't do nothing." I never heard of it before. Apparently, it's from South Africa. Like, if it's offensive to them, they black. It's offensive to me. Don't use it around me. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same. It's just the same courtesy you should have.
You said didn't
Like,
do
we're
nothing?
not all from the same place, but guess what?
That is terrible.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's terrible, man.
So, you know what I mean? Just stop with the excuses. All of it sounds like excuses to me at this point. So just, it's gonna change. Your memory with your pops going to RFK is not. Like, just remember your football team won Super Bowls. The Super Bowls they're not gonna melt the Lombardi trophies down. Like, the rings are still on the players' fingers. Like, there's nothing changing. Your jersey can still be hung up in the glass. You can still wear your jersey. Nobody cares that much, but understand that the term is offensive to people. That's
Since we're
still
talking about
alive.
offensive terms, can I say this real quick?
Yes, sir.
I'm convinced, and I've always been convinced, that white people made honky. That's why they're not really offended by it.
Fam, they had a whole wrestler called Honky Tonk Man. So nah,
But what I'm saying
they're
is,
not offended.
white people made honky.
Yeah,
Listen
absolutely.
to it. That shit is corny. That's some cornball shit.
I think somebody said they said, I forgot I ain't gonna say it, but dude, he was going through all the racist terms and he said, yeah, honky was one of them that they used to say back then.
Like you can tell, it's two things we call white people might get called. They might get called honky back in the day, or they might get called cracker back in the day. Which sound more like something that we came up with? Cracker.
Neither one. They said cracker was cracker the whip.
Crackling the whip, but yeah. At the same time, I think we changed that. Like, when we talk about cracker, we talking about the cracker.
I hear what you're saying, but if you talk
White
about
cracker.
if you talk
Right, but what I'm saying is
I've heard of
we
it.
didn't come up with none of this shit, but you can tell like they got like stupid ass names where you like the first time you hear it, you don't even know you getting insulted by it. I guarantee you, the first black dude that got called nigga didn't even know he was getting disrespected. They just thought they called his name wrong. You nigger.
He was getting disrespected, bro.
You nigger. No, you only the only way you know you getting disrespected is because he had some action behind it, or you saw his facial expression like he disgusted. But as far as just hearing it, yeah, nobody was like, yo, he called Cletus a nigger. Like, what the fuck is a nigger? I don't know what the fuck that is. Honky, cracker, gook. What the fuck is a gook?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm you know.
You call a motherfucker eggplant? That's a derogatory term.
I don't know.
Like listen. This shit is we going stem it, but real quick,
Yeah.
it's just mind blowing. Like
no, it's funny. It's
some
wild.
like when they call a Mexican a wetback, like, yo, that's lazy. I get it, water, you know what I'm saying, but that's lazy. And let's see, chinks, because of their eyes, lazy. You know what they do that's laziest? It's when they would call somebody from Asia Oriental, because they know how prideful they are of being Japanese, for being Korean, for being Chinese, and they'll call them Oriental to lump them into one pot, even though they don't all get along.
Right.
It's like purposely playing. Oh, I didn't know it was being disrespectful. When you know goddamn well what you was doing. It's like all that shit is funny to me, man. But you know,
yeah.
glad they changed the goddamn name.
Yeah,
Glad
so we can get away. Yeah, we don't have to hear about it. Don't have to talk about.
Facts.
Don't want to hear about dead skins or foreskins or other skins, whatever. I'm glad. What they should do is develop whatever strategy over the years. Don't rush it, and keep it moving. The other big story about the Redskins, the Washington Football Club, is that they fired Alex Santos and Richard Mann from their pro personnel department, and apparently there's a story that is connected to the there was a cheerleader scandal maybe like 3 years ago. It's a whole thing. I'd have to actually pull the article up to actually, because I remember it from then, but I didn't really dig too deep into it. But it's about trading cheerleaders for favors. I don't get me started on exactly how that worked out, but basically turning cheerleaders into escorts. I don't know if it had sex involved or what, but yeah, look it up if you had the time, because I don't remember the details. But anyway, they were connected to that, and they also had there's some other spins to the story that they're connected to. So they're just getting fired by Ron Rivera, but they've been around. That story's been around since 2016, and there's others, racist stories, sexist stories that apparently have been going throughout the building. So
that's what I was. It was something I wanted to talk to you about. I'm glad you just said, like, you jogged my memory by accident. I wanted to talk to you about the Deshaun Jackson issue.
Okay.
About him sharing the quote from Hitler. That was a fake quote that Hitler never really said it.
Right.
And then my thing was so it's twofold. Like Deshaun, listen, I understand you don't you can't be sharing Hitler quotes like you agree with him, bro. That's number one. I don't give a fuck if it's a fake quote or not. But then the Eagles came out, just basically blasted Deshaun Jackson for sharing that.
Mm-hmm.
But I recall very vividly how they wrapped their arms around Riley Cooper, who was caught on video saying nigger. Not nigga, nigger.
Yeah, and I think I've said this on Twitter a couple times. The blowback you get as a black person that has talked about police brutality and systemic racism isn't the same as everybody else. And just how you, if you misstep any type of way, they're gonna come after you because they don't want you to talk about it in the first place. Secondly, it was when you talk about anti-Semitism, it's a touchy subject, and because of the people that because the way we protect against anti-Semitism is the way it is, and not how we protect against anti-black racism, you can see that it's very transparent. And I don't want to say that I'm not saying that anti-Semitism is right at all. I'm not trying to associate myself. That's why I'm trying to step as clear as possible. You know what I mean? I'm trying to step as clear as possible. Like with Deshaun Jackson's post, like it's a, I think it's a Farrakhan quote of Hitler, and it's like you just double whammied yourself. Like you just it's like a double negative. So you're not gonna get any points for quoting Farrakhan in the national spotlight. I don't have a personal problem with Farrakhan generally. I understand he's said anti-Semitic statements. He's done a lot for Black people, so I'm not gonna kill him. But he could just, he does what he does over there. You just can't like quote or do whatever you want to do with Hitler. Pause. Like, you know what I mean? And there's Hebrew Black Israelites. They are a whole religious sect. If you think you are an original Hebrew, there's way better ways to think to put that out there than using Farrakhan or Hitler. So he definitely messed up. Like, that was stupid. And the Eagles were going to get you know what I mean, in this climate where everybody's trying to put the telescope on everything racist because there's these right-wing guys that want to protect themselves from staying, so they can stay racist. So they're gonna put the spotlight on any Black man that's gonna say anything. So there's the tinderbox. Then the anti-Semitic words, like anything anti-Semitic is gonna get caught in a crossfire. I mean,
you know what my biggest disappointment with Deshaun was about this situation was the fact it's like well, not necessarily about him. It's like, yo, why are we expecting football players to be geniuses and scholars? They're not. You went to school with these guys. You see these guys in public. You know what a lot of them are not capable of. So I want to read the post that he posted that was apparently from Hitler. It said, because the white Jews knows that the Negroes are the real children of Israel, and to keep America's secret, the Jews will blackmail America. They will extort America. Their plan for world domination won't work if the Negroes know who they are. The white citizens of America will be terrified to know that all this time they've been mistreating and discriminating and lynching the children of Israel. And when I read that, I was like, Deshaun Jackson is the biggest idiot of all. Because why would you really believe that Hitler would lump all white citizens together when that was part of what he was doing? Was that he was very separatist in what people were. So it's like, I'm disappointed that he didn't do his research before he went and jumped on the bandwagon of seeing this bull crap. So he's like, what are you thinking about, bro?
Yeah, it was very. It's not. It doesn't even make sense for him to say. So I was like, that's a none of that makes sense, right? Like he wants Anglo-Saxons. Like there was no parts of Adolf Hitler that cared anything about the Black Americans' plight or any Black person's plight in the world. So
facts. There were Black people in those concentration camps. Deshaun.
Yes.
So if he didn't care about a white person that didn't have blonde hair and blue eyes, why would he give a fuck about what people look like, people that look like you?
Yeah, he didn't care about anything that happened over here. Right. So yeah, no, it didn't make any sense to even post. Not sure why he posted it.
He wanted his voice heard, man.
But it just, everybody needs to, be careful about how they approach new information. They need to double check, cross check your information, read multiple sources. Don't rely on one person or one entity to have the back what you say and your opinions. You know what I mean? That's for everything. The American school system has been trash. So don't rely on the American school system to reliably tell you about yourself. But also don't think that everybody is out for your best interests as far as telling you about yourself either. You know what I mean? That's definitely the case.
That's on all like platforms. Like your parents, you know what I'm saying, have an agenda. They may have your best interest in mind, but they have an agenda. Church has an agenda. The public school system have an agenda. And sometimes those agendas don't align with you who come out the most enlightened in all aspects of things. Especially like your parents, you know what I'm saying, won't know everything to tell you or to break it down. The schools want to stick to curriculum. So they're not going to, like, yo, we came up, you know what I'm saying, 80s babies, we came up in the 90s. They didn't talk about Marcus Garvey. They didn't talk about W.B. Du Bois. They didn't tell you that Martin Luther King wasn't, you know what I'm saying, always smooth, that he was rough at times. They painted Malcolm X as this super militant and Martin Luther King as the ultimate pacifist.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was no blurred lines at all between either one of those brothers. Nope. And it takes us to get to now to finally, you know, have people speak out and put that information on the books. But like they said, if you want to hide something from somebody, put it in a book and charge a lot for that book.
They charge $500 for a history book in college.
See, that's the trick. See, people they cut that phrase off to tell you just put it in a book, just to say that Negroes don't read. No, we read. They just started putting it in the books that we just couldn't readily have available to read them.
Right, they don't put those in the libraries on our side. They did a bunch of stuff to counter any type of mass education to ourselves. So I'm not, you know, not mad at anybody trying to, come up on some new knowledge. I'm always trying to do that. I'm always trying, making sure that you get the context. It's nothing is black and white. Nobody's just evil to be evil. This isn't the comic books. So, you know what I mean?
This isn't WWF Superstars on Saturday morning.
Nobody's just the Iron Sheik. Nobody's one's looking out. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, it's crazy out here, man. Just watch what you read. And if you read something, you can read everything. Just, have some discernment in what you put out there. That's all I'm saying.
Perfectly put. Hey, listen, y'all. We at the end of our destination, so we got to wrap. We about to wrap this one up.
Shout out to Rock.
Rock, thanks for joining us, bro.
Of course.
Yeah. Absolutely. We're gonna call it episode 14 until we don't call it episode 14.
B, you got anything for us, B? What you got for us?
I'm good, man. Salute to everybody. Salute to Titan Pro Elite again. I just saw a tweet of Gabe and it's a picture, and I was like, oh, they didn't even say his name, so I quote tweeted him like, yo, that's Gabe. That's my man. So, that's my man's brother. So we out here, pushing black.
We ball together.
Yeah. We out here pushing black business. And that's every day. That's a daily tweet, scheduled tweet every day.
So I want to make sure that I want to shout out Sauce and Friends podcast. I want to make sure you go check them out. Also, another one of the podcasts that we share their links occasionally, but we don't shoot them out. Is Washcloth, Wine Bottles and Washcloths.
Oh yeah, facts. Yeah. No.
Led by stand-up comedian Damo Hicks. And I say that to announce that we've booked Damo to come on the show. So we get to have my man Damo. And we plan on having another stand-up comedian, Dwayne Watts, another local talent. We want to plan on having him on the podcast. I might end up having them both on the same one. I'm not sure. We're gonna see how we line up. But either way, we got both of those brothers coming in. Make sure if you haven't listened to the Ralphie Gabbana and Tone Rock talk about on episode 13. Definitely go back and check that episode out. I think again, salute to both of those brothers for you know what I'm saying, bringing their wealth of knowledge of the battle rap form on our podcast. We appreciate it. We like to be the one thing about you ask somebody, hey, what's on the rap about? Man, they talk about everything, and to be able to talk about battle rap, it just shows that we are here to talk about more than just sports. You know,
I mean, battle rap is a sport too. It correlates heavily, man. Like like it correlates heavily. Like that's why I appreciate, you know, and we both big fans of it. Rock's is a you know, super fan, and we definitely want to have that platform.
Before we go,
mm-hmm.
I got one for you.
Oh my God! All right,
I gotta either. Before we go, it came up to me. I have an either or for you before we wrap up.
Okay.
You ready for this?
You got it. Let's go. This long pause, these theatrics. Come on, bro. This is a podcast, not TV.
They gonna be able to see this too. Okay. We'll edit it out for the listeners, but for the viewers, they get to see the palm rub. All right. The choice is yours.
Mm-hmm.
Black Sheep.
Mm-hmm.
Versus Troy.
So you're saying engine number 9, that joint versus They Reminisce Over You.
Yes.
One of the top 5 all-time hip-hop records of all time.
Are they not both like classic hip-hop records?
Yeah, they both classic hip-hop records, but it's like a consensus like that Troy is like one of the greatest beats ever. Like I can't I mean, that's, and then one of the greatest stories, 3 verses put together. CL Smooth, shout out to him. Ever. Like, yeah, nah.
Is that your answer?
Yeah, nah, it's Troy. Absolutely.
See, I think it's a good one because that the choice is yours. That the beat, whew, I like the choice.
No, it's fine. No, wait. Let me rewind.
And then that part that you
is this? Minus whose world?
He writing his battle. He writing battle bars right now. Oh, good.
But like you said, like what you came up with, engine number 9 on the New York Transit line. If my train jumps off the track, pick it up, back on the same. Yo,
hard. Yeah, nah, it's fire. I don't want to end it saying that I hate that joint. Yeah, nah, I love that record. That record is definitely a classic.
Pete Rock was in his bag on that joint though.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, they reminisce. So you can't even reproduce the record. They can't even make the beat over. Like Lupe tried to do it again, and you can't. Like it's the loop is that hard. Like Pete Rock did his thing, and CL Smooth's verses on the joints fit in perfectly.
Right,
it's
but did he say did he say something? He didn't say anything. He told a good story.
There's no like it was
But he didn't have anything that catch
he talked about his mom getting married in the house. Yeah. There's no catchy
nothing sits with you like that engine part.
Yeah. That was one of the greatest.
Who's the Black Sheep? What's the Black Sheep? Yo.
Black Sheep. Yeah.
I'm taking the choice of yours, bro. I'm taking the choice of yours.
It's a hip hop record, like the call and response. You can do anything. Like that's a joint that you want to see live. Like that joint. We Reminisce Over You is one you put in the headphones.
We taking that to the streets. We're gonna take that one to the streets. I think a lot of people the sentiment of Troy, especially since it's called Troy to reminisce over Trouble T. Roy, the dance crew member from Heavy D and the Boys who fell off the stage or fell off the roof. And passed away.
Right.
So you know, it had a sentimental value behind the whole song. So I get, it's a treasured hip hop record,
Yeah.
but
Facts.
it's not as dope as The Choice Is Yours, in my
Wow.
opinion.
I'm gonna look crazy on this YouTube on this episode. I'm swatting little.
So all right, y'all, we about to wrap it up. Again, like I said, check out. Hope I'm gonna edit this part out. I'm gonna clean it up because I need to see something real quick. Because I don't want to say it the wrong way. I don't want to say wine bottles and washcloth, and it's washcloths and wine bottles. Because I think I said washcloths and wine bottles the first time. Yeah, it's wine bottles and washcloths. Okay. All right, yeah, so make sure you check out my boy Damo and Terrence on Wine Bottles and Washcloths. Damo Hicks will be on the pod with I don't know if it's gonna be on our next one or the one after that, whichever way we lay it out for you guys. It's gonna be very interesting. Make sure you go buy your soaps from Curry Curations. You need some healing pieces, some nice, you know what I'm saying, energy pieces. Rock with my guy Twin Products. I'll make sure that I post the links on our Instagram and our Facebook, so you guys can continue to see those. I want y'all to get them, fellas. If you want some nice, smell good, some good quality lotion, creams for your ladies, Tracy's Body Treats. Listen, it don't matter they texture. Hell, it don't matter they race. Y'all know my lady white, and she love that shit. I'm trying to tell you, Tracy's Body Treats is good, man.
All right.
Got me smelling like a big ass bottle of cocoa butter in this motherfucker right now. Hey, yo, but be sure to check us out on the Cookout, 10 a.m. Matter of fact,
10
Brian,
p.m.
you gotta get Felicia some of that stuff. You
I'm
gotta get it.
I'm a rock. Yeah.
I gave you the Denzel finger. I said you gotta get it. You gotta get it.
Hey, yo, make sure you check us out on the Cookup, 10 a.m., 10 p.m. every day, thecookup.com. And our link tree is
thecookupradio.com.
thecookupradio.com. Shout out to Burn. And our link tree, linktr.ee/OTRU. Check us out on every platform that we're on. You know what I mean? Our back catalog is evergreen, or you can check out our whack takes or takes, you know, that end up being true. We profits out here, so you know what I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, man, just, you know, hit us up.
And we're still waiting for people to send in clips of them saying our slogan so they can be on our promo run.
Hit us with the T intro, man.
Listen, y'all can do Brian's part as well. I'm not gonna leave you out, Brian. Brian, you're a big part of the team. Your intro is just as big as my intro.
No, it isn't. But okay.
We're not gonna measure intro. That's what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna measure intro. Whether you're saying and your boy B, or if you're making weird noise. We're not gonna, you on the ride out? One.
All right.